Is this the perfect power hub for your desktop? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Intelli PowerHub power station, and it's really cool. I'm really actually like this a lot. So it is obviously in the front a Qi wireless charging system, but on this side it has USB-C with high 18-watt power delivery. On this side it has two USB 3 10-watt plugs, and then most importantly on the top it has two grounded AC outlets pushing up a maximum of 1100 watts. And on the very back, a switch. So this gives you a ton of power and charging capabilities. You put this on your desk and you'll never have to be going under the desk or fumbling for a power strip or anything. Super handy, super flexible. And just to demonstrate that it works, I will put my phone on here, and my phone is now charging wirelessly. That's pretty easy to deal with. And I can also take, and here's another phone, and I'll give you charging specs in just a sec, but I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the USB 3 on the side. And now this is a Google Pixel 5a, is charging wired. It can also, of course, charge wirelessly, of course. And you can also charge sideways if you prefer having that orientation. So let me give you some specs here. So the Qi wireless charging is 10 watts for Samsung devices in that category, 7.5 watts for your iPhones and that family, and 5 watts for older Pixel devices and other sort of like first gen Qi charging. So I actually plugged in put my phones on the charger and thought I'd time it. Now, I gotta say, the timing numbers for the iPhone were pretty disappointing. This is an iPhone 12 Pro, and it got a 36% charge in an hour. That's nothing to write home about. But I will say that the Pixel 5a did a much better job getting a 60% charge in that same hour. Well, technically the next hour, but you know what I mean. In an hour, this has almost twice as much charge than the iPhone does. Now, I've found that the Pixel line does a great job with wireless charging. It just charges fast. There's something about the way Google did all that circuitry that just works really well. Now, it does have integrated protection, so it protects your devices against overcurrent, overcharging, overheating. It is made out of fireproof plastic, so they say it can take up to 750 degrees without any negative effect. I have not tested that out, however. And let me give you actually a quick tour of the different sides. So starting on the right hand side, you can see we have two USB plugs, USB 3, and then on the left side we have USB-C, and then looking from the top down are those two grounded AC outlets. Now, worth noting is that it has a relatively short power cable. So let me unplug it and show you. This is the entire cable. It is rated to be 5 feet, and it could do with being longer. That's actually probably my biggest complaint with this unit, is that if this was just even 10 feet or something, that would make a world of difference. It would make the box maybe a little bit bigger for its requirements, but it would give you a lot more flexibility to work with this and put this where you really want it maximally positioned on your desktop. But otherwise, there's a whole heck of a lot to like about this. Power and plugging things in is just sort of a necessary evil with modern electronics, and we all have our ways of trying to figure out how to do that relatively neatly. This solves the problem. I could see getting a bunch of these for like an internet cafe, and you just have one next to each computer workstation, and they even have anti-slip feet on the bottom, so when you put it down, it's not going anywhere. Such a great design. And it's also nice and wide. Props to them. Maybe they had to do it for the circuitry, but this is the widest charging stand I've seen. So it's just super easy to work with. And I really appreciate that. That's a really great benefit. So what are the dimensions? It is 7.5 by 5.3 by 4.7 inches, and it's 1.7 pounds including the wire, and this is a pretty heavy duty power cable with a pretty heavy duty plug on it. So this really is really well designed. This is going to be something that's not some cheesy little bit of electronics that might, who knows, cause problems when you plug too many things in. This has a lot of capabilities. Really a big fan of this, which brings us to the price. So here's the deal, is that this is the Intelli PowerHub power station, and on Amazon it's $55.95. But if you go to Intelli.co, which is their own website, they have it on sale for $49.99. Now, I haven't double checked what the shipping difference is, but ideally they both are doing free shipping, which means that going to Intelli.co is going to be your best place to get this device, to put it on your desktop or workspace and never again have to fumble or climb underneath your desk to plug something in. And that is a big win. That's all I got. I hope to catch you in my next video.